Welcome, folks, to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, whatever the case may be. Yay, I'm back. Again. Yeah, so you can see I'm almost completely finished my Bathed in Bliss. I'm about halfway through this section, and then I've got this little strip here, and then I'm all done. And it's looking so cute. So cute. Yep. Let's see, where am I? I'm on these ones. So, yeah, it's still slow going here. One day at a time. Yesterday was gonna go cash in empties and do the recycling, but I ended up having a nap while waiting for Wolfie. Because I'm like, yeah, she was making something to eat, and I'm like, okay, well, when you're done eating, we'll go. And about an hour and a half later, I'm like, well, screw this. I'm going to have a nap because I'm tired. So, yeah, and then I woke up and it was 6 o'clock at night. Yeah, crazy, I know. But that was yesterday. Today's a new day. It's, yeah, I think the place is open today, so we can go and do that, get that done today. I'm writing down, I'm trying to keep a written record of each day we go for a walk. Like the other day we went for a walk, we did 1 lap around the cabins. The next day we did 2 laps around our home, the 5th wheel here. I know it doesn't sound like much, but every little bit helps, and right now that's all I can really handle. Wolfie can handle more, but that's because she's young. She's younger than me. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm excited about getting this finished. And then moving on to the next one. I should do a kit down video. Yeah, I think actually after I'm done this canvas, I'm gonna do a kit down video and kit down all the ones that I have completed recently. I know I've been going very slowly lately. Not diamond painting as much. Going really slowly with the canvases. Taking my sweet precious time working on them. Because I've also got other things that I'm doing with the knitting and the crocheting and the cross stitch. But and it was all starting to get a little too overwhelming for me with everything. Trying to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I go through phases where, yeah, I can do a little bit of this, a little bit of that each day. And then I get to a point where, okay, I want to focus more on this than on all of that. Like right now, I'm really focused on finishing, getting a bunch of the pink blanket done. Yeah, and then, oh goodness me, yeah. And then I'll get back to doing the cross stitch, and but every so often I'll pick up the Smoking Rose cross stitch and work on it. But yeah, I'm really focused on the pink knit blanket right now. So that's the project I've been working on the most. I recently watched a video on about bursitis, what it is, and the causes and whatnot, and because that's what I've got in my elbows is bursitis. I'm waiting. I'm gonna do the specials later, last, and that's all of this down here is all the specials. Actually, nah, I'll do them now. Yeah, I'll do them now. Why not? So, oh goodness me. I had another dream about my boyfriend last night. I keep having these dreams about him having his own little cabin just as you're coming into the town next door. And he's got a nice sized driveway, well, a decent length of driveway that goes up to his little cabin. And yeah, there in reality there is no such place. But I like this dream because I like dreaming about it because I would love to be able to go visit him and spend time, like stay at his place, but he lives in his dad's basement, trying to save up money for a down payment on a place, which is difficult to do when like his dad was in an accident a number of months ago now, and wrecked his truck, so he gave his dad $3,000 to go buy himself another truck. And then he recently bought some stuff to fix up his own truck. I think he bought a truck for $200 and stripped off what he needed for his truck. And then the guy junked the rest. I think that's what it was. I think, if I remember correctly, that's what he did. Yeah. Which is actually a really good deal, considering how much all of that stuff would have cost him to do another way. But, yeah, and he's got... his truck is looking a lot better. I've only seen pictures because when he comes over it's always dark out, so I don't mind seeing pictures. Yeah. I've been watching these little videos, like TikTok videos on YouTube and YouTube Shorts. To do with like ADHD and being on the autism spectrum and all of that stuff. And I watch these videos and it's like, well, that describes me up to a point. Like, I watched this one ADHD one last night and it's like, well, that is definitely like me in a lot of ways. And they were showing like side-by-side comparisons between people that don't have ADHD and those that do have ADHD, and it's like, well, yeah, I am a lot like those with ADHD, but without the hyperactivity associated with it at times. Now, I know my daughter, Wolfie, she was diagnosed with ADD in elementary school. And then she was on pills to help her with focusing. And then at one point, she just stopped taking them. She refused to continue taking them because she felt like they were not working anymore. And so she stopped taking them. Yeah. There we go. That's all done down here. Now to finish up here. And that is the letter A. Oh, there's more than just a couple. All right. So, I do have a concern about the bursitis in my elbows. My left elbow is worse than my right. Because, well, I'm right-handed. I use my right arm. I use my right hand a lot more than my left. So I lean on my left a lot more. Okay, wait, are there any 5s? Excuse me, no, there are no 5s, but there's 6, 7, and 8. So yeah, worst case scenario for my elbows, for the bursitis in my elbows, I might end up having to get surgery done, at least on my left elbow. But that's worst case scenario. I actually put on my compression sleeve last night and slept with it on all night last night, and it's actually getting more comfortable to wear, which is good. And I woke up this morning and took it off, and there was no bruising, which is nice. Thankfully payday's in a week and a half. So when we get paid, I'm going to see about... I am ordering that washing machine. Gosh darn it, on payday. I'm ordering it from Walmart. And I'm going to wait until closer to December payday to start looking into a deep freeze. Yeah. I don't like looking when I don't have the money, because I usually I could look for a small secondhand one on Facebook Marketplace, but then if I start looking too soon and I find one, it'll most likely be sold by the time I actually have the money. And I don't like doing that because it's frustrating. So I'd rather wait until a day or two before payday and then start looking. And if I find one, I'll be like, well, yeah, I get paid on such and such a day. And yeah, with the van, I can actually go and pick up a deep freeze. I can pick up the little wash machine. But yeah, we really need that wash machine. Because yeah, it'll help with it will help with our laundry, keeping up with our laundry rather than bagging it and throwing it in the van and waiting until we need to do laundry and then just take it all to my dad's. Yeah, I'd rather do it here, because even though it'll be done in smaller loads, it's loads that I can manageable, and I can wash it, hang it to dry inside here during the winter, and then outside during the summer. Do a couple of loads of laundry every couple of days, depending. And I know during the winter there'll be an issue with the humidity because of the moisture in the air from the laundry, but yeah, that's why we just are very careful about the amount that we do at a time. Yeah, and then the big stuff, like the comforters, those we will still do at my dad's. Yeah. But yeah, I think in a bit Wolfie and I'll go and cash in our empties and get our recycling done and clean out the back of the van as much as we can. And then also some point next week, we're going to get rid of the couch. The couch has got to go. It's got to go. Definitely got to go. Okay. Now, let's see here. Oh, phone bill just came in. Yeah, $204. Nice. They're going to get $250 though. All right, let's see here. That one, and that one, and that one, and that one, that one. All right. Oh, jeez. Grr. I hate accidentally bumping that. Okay, so we will. There. Move that so we can do this. So I was going to do a video earlier, but Wolfie decided to make something to eat using the air fryer. And I'm like, and she's like, and I'm like, well, I was going to start a video. And then I'm like, ah, screw it. So while the air fryer was cooking, was running, making us some pizza bites, she and we just talked, and she was telling me about issues that she's been having with this particular individual on the Xbox. And this particular individual, yeah, I think she said he's 39, and yeah, he acts like a spoilt brat and is emotionally stunted, has anger issues, and is rude. But yeah, she was telling me about this guy, and it's like he's expecting you to be able to read his mind, and like he pardon my English, but he gets bitchy when you try to help him, and he gets bitchy when you don't help him. Yeah. And that's just because he, and I'm quite sure it's just because he wants to be able to do everything himself. And then like when, like, it's in the game Path of Titans. Path of Titans, where it's like dinosaurs. Yeah, you play
as various dinosaurs.
Thank you. I was just gonna say that. Yes, you play as various dinosaurs. And yeah, some of the stuff that she was telling me that he does is like, oh my god, talk about childish. Yeah. So that is an individual that was spoilt. Got his own way while growing up. If he didn't get what he wanted, he'd bitch about it until he got it. He's also the type of individual that's he's probably still living at home in his mom's basement type of person. I don't know if that's Yeah, that's the type of person that he is. I don't know if that's actually true for him or.
He also doesn't have a girlfriend or a wife.
So he's single. Yeah, so he probably does still live in his mom's basement.
And he constantly wonders why he doesn't have one. It's like, oh my god, I wonder why.
Yeah. And if you've been around long enough on my channel, you know that the reason my boyfriend lives in his dad's basement is for a totally different reason. He had his own home. He had his own business. He lost said business due to losing the contract that he had with a business due to road rage. An issue of road rage that, yeah, so he lost his, his business was transporting goods for another business. Delivering items, and he lost that contract. So then because of losing that contract, he no longer had a business. So he lost said business. So he had to sell. He had 2 trucks that he used for transporting these items, and he had a driver that helped with, that he was paying, and so he had to fire his one driver and ended up having to sell his trucks, and he couldn't afford the mortgage payments for his home. His home was a mobile home in a mobile home park, and he ended up having to, it needed too much work, and it was too old for him to be able to sell. So he basically handed the keys over to the bank and walked away. Yeah. So he's been trying to save up money ever since. He got a job stocking shelves at a grocery store at night, graveyards, and for a while, not last year, the year before, he also was doing working for a furniture store, delivering furniture for customers, but he was having issues with the guy that he was working with delivering the furniture, an older guy that was just right ornery, and he finally decided to quit that job because it was too stressful. Because he also does not have that good of a heart because of a heart condition from a number of years ago that he learned that he has, it's a heart condition. Extra veins or arteries or whatever wrapped around his heart, sending blood to places where it shouldn't be going. And so yeah, he has to be careful about that. So, but he's been working at that grocery store for a number of years now, and he really likes the job, and he has no problems with any of the people there. Well, most of the people there. The ones that he ends up having issues with, they don't last very long. Because if he's got an issue with them, then other people have issues with them, and yeah. Oh, goodness. I tried to see about getting a job there myself, but with my bursitis and my bad back, they're not going to hire me. And I never did hear back from the library about the job there. So, a little disappointed, but also not surprised because of my health issues. would have eventually become an issue with working, being on my feet and all that. Yeah. So, well, it is what it is. Would have been nice because, yeah, being a librarian is actually a job that I've wanted my whole life, the majority of my life. All right, so I'm done with that one. And now next symbol is the $, which is on this container. Yeah, I've loved books my whole life. When I was little, in elementary school, I actually made my own little pockets that go just inside the front page, inside the cover, and inside the pocket goes a little card. And because when I was in elementary school, this was how we would sign books in and out. You take the card out of the pocket in the door, just inside the front, the cover, and then on the card you write your name on it, and then the librarian stamps the card with the date, and then stamps the pocket in the book with the date. That is the date that you signed, that it is actually due back. And you're given 2 weeks with the book. You have to return it on or before the date that is stamped. Right? So this was back before computers and the internet and all that stuff. Well, it was the early stages of the computers. So it was before the books and stuff, before the libraries started using computers to keep records and whatnot for the books. And I used to love sitting in the library at lunch and reading books in elementary school. And in high school, it was the same thing. But it wasn't all every day. Most of the time it was. And it was the same at times in high school as well. Sometimes I would sit and read. Other times they had a section in the library in the high school that had 3 computers, and you could play games on the computer, or you could do research, study and research stuff on the computer. Oops. Yeah, and there was one game on the computer that I played, and I played it so much that I became like really good at it. And yeah, it was it's a type of shuffle puck, if you know what shuffle puck is. It's an earlier version, the original version of air hockey. Yeah. Yeah, it's what air hockey was originally called. All right, so done with the $. Now, let's see here. This is okay. This is the circle with an arrow that points this way. I can never remember. I think that's a symbol of man. The symbol for man. On this one, there's the symbol for women, which is the circle, and then just below it is the plus. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. Oh darn! I'll be right back. Sorry about that, folks. But when you gotta go, you gotta go. All right, so where was I? I do not remember. So, yeah, I was just telling. I had to go to the bathroom. I just couldn't hold it. And I told Wolfie that the phone bill is in. And it's $204. And I told her I'm putting $250 on the phone bill each month. So next payday, just the next payday in December, the bill will be below $200, so I'm just going to give them $200, which will give us an extra $50 towards Christmas. We will also each be getting a little bit of a Christmas bonus. It's like $50 or $75, or I don't remember exactly. But yeah, we'll be getting a little bit of extra money. Not much, but that way we can hopefully have a nice Christmas. Don't know what we're going to do for Christmas. We don't have any Christmas decorations. Might pick up a couple of decorations from the dollar store. We'll see. Christmas is my second favorite holiday, next to Halloween. Yeah. Oh, and my ex-boyfriend's birthday is coming up. He was my high school sweetheart. Yeah. Before I met Wolfie's father. Yeah, he and I dated before I met Wolfie's father. But yeah, his birthday's coming up. And he's the mechanic. So I've been thinking about talking to my boyfriend about maybe going and visiting him. The two of us go and visit him and his girlfriend. Because I bet she's still on, still visiting him. I don't know what I'm pretty sure she told me what she does for work. But, of course, my memory sucks. But she was on, like, paid leave from work, paid holidays or whatever. And with where she works, she could take, like, a year off from work. And still have a job when she gets back. And, yeah, so... So the two of them took the summer and holidays, and yeah, and oh goodness, I am curious because I like to see him happy. Yeah, he's become like a brother to me. Well, that's actually kind of weird, but he's like family. Yeah. But yeah, yeah. Anyways, would be cool to be able to go visit them. His birthday is next weekend, the weekend before I get paid, unfortunately. But it would be cool to go visit with them when he's not working, because he's always busy with work. But see, I'm the kind of person, I like to be able to sit and relax and talk with people and chat, and, well, hard to do when he's at work. and I understand the type of relationship that we've had in the past. I'm yeah. Anyways, it's in the past, right? It's in the past. All right. So there's two colors from this that I get to use. Yay. Oh my goodness. This canvas. See this oh my goodness. Wait until this is done and I'll back up and show you why I love these canvases from Jacques Roux. They're simple but beautiful. They're not overly elaborate, but oh my goodness. At least this is how I find them to be. And they look amazing when you take a picture of them. They do, because I took a picture of it yesterday, the day before, and shared the picture with a couple of people, and oh yeah, they both love it. I shared the picture with my boyfriend and all he said was nice. Which is, of course, his way of saying that he really likes it. Even if it is of a puppy dog. He's okay with dogs, but yeah. He's more a cat person, like me. I like dogs more than he does, because I wouldn't mind having one as a pet. But, yeah. I haven't actually talked to him about Wolfie getting a dog while living with us. But he'd probably be okay with it because he's okay with dogs. Just, yeah. Wait, let's see. That's it from this one. Yeah, that's it from this one. Nice. And this is the next one. This one also just the one color, but it's a lot of, looks like a horseshoe symbol. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm almost done this canvas. Yay. Yeah, and then I need to seal it before I can put it away because there are some drills that just will not stay on the canvas. And I just know that as soon as I pick it up and hold it upright, these, at least one drill in particular, will fall off because it has been sticking to my finger periodically. Which, yeah, there's like absolutely no glue in that spot, unfortunately. Ah, goodness, that is a downside that occurs once. Like, it's rare, but it does occur. So it helps to have, it actually does help to have glue handy. Special glue specifically for that. Yeah. But we will carry on. So I've actually got like a card table, a folding card table outside. that I've mentioned before, that the beginning of October, it was supposed to be multi-family yard sale here in the parking lot out front, but my neighbors were the only ones. Excuse me. And one of the neighbors had recently moved out and left a few items behind. So the property manager told the couple that were actually selling stuff to get whatever they can for the items, and well, they're like, yeah, we're just take what you want. So I got the shelves for outside, and I got the folding card table, and yeah, so I think I'm gonna bring the folding card table inside, and I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna start using that to seal my canvases on. Yeah. But yeah, next week we're getting rid of the couch. Definitely getting rid of the couch. And then that'll free up space on the pallets outside for deep freeze. And I'm also going to see about a stationary bike at the thrift store. Because if I can get a... Oh dear, I just noticed some of the wax paper here. Parchment paper. Parchment paper, not wax. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I want to get a stationary bike. And I've also been thinking about making like a little awning roof over where I've got the pallets outside next to the door. And because the awning, I've got the awning partially open, but it's like broken and I can't get it closed back up. So it's just gonna stay open, partially open for the winter. And then in the spring I'll see about getting someone to remove it, fully remove it. And then see about building an awning to cover to go over the door and to cover over the pallets. To go over the pallets. Yeah. I use the same roofing material as I have over the slide out up above me, because that's the aluminum. It's actually cheaper than the what I was originally going to use, which is like a plastic corrugated whatever. But yeah, the dude was like, yeah, it's cheaper. I was like, okay, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna see about getting some more, getting another 1 or 2 sheets of that stuff. And I want to get some pallets, because you can get pallets for free. Some places give away, they just stack them up outside and say, free, take it. And the wood is still in good enough condition that like I could take that wood and I could put it together and make a frame for a roof over the pallets that I've got outside. And then eventually I'll have the deep freeze out there, and I'd like to have the stationary bike out there as well, and have them covered for to protect them as much as I can from the environment, like rain the rain and snow, and have them still easily accessible. And because I want to start exercising. I really need to start exercising, and hard to do when you live in a place like this and your depression is really bad, and which makes it difficult to go outside. And yeah, and walking is difficult on my spine, so yeah, well, so with walking being difficult on my spine, and the issue with my knees, bike riding is something that I really do enjoy doing. And so I'm on the lookout. I'm gonna be on the lookout soon. Heck, if I can get a little deep freeze and stationary bike, that'd be cool for Christmas. Yeah. And I'd be outside on my bike all the time. Riding to my heart's content. Because when I used to live with my boyfriend, back before we were actually a couple, I used to go to the community center and use the fitness room, and I would just go in there and ride a bike for a stationary bike for half an hour. And yeah, for exactly half an hour. And then I'd go and put my bathing suit on and hop in the pool, and I'd do some laps. I'd do a couple of laps. I'd sit in the hot tub, and then depending on how I felt, I'd go and I'd do a couple more laps and then go back into the hot tub. And then I'd go shower, change, and go home. But I didn't do it often enough because of sorry, I can hear Wolfie talking. Because of her boyfriend's name is a unique name. Well, it's pretty rare of a name. And it's the name of an actor that we both really like. And so for the first little while that they had started dating, I'd tease her, I'd bug her about him. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, squirrel moment. Yeah, if you're around long enough, you learn that I do that. If you haven't noticed already. Sometimes I'll actually come out and go, squirrel! Yeah. But something else that we really need to work on doing is getting our glasses done, getting eye exams done. Yep, that's something else. My dad was saying the other day, you need a ladder. You need your own ladder. Yeah, I'll just add it to the shopping list. I don't think about getting a ladder because I don't do ladders. I can't. No matter how hard I try, I cannot do ladders. Unless they're mounted to something, like the ladder on the back of the fifth wheel. That one I have absolutely no issues with. I just do. Slowly, but I do it. Slowly because of the pain, not the fear. Other ladders are an absolute no because of the fear. Okay, so we've got all we've got left. Oh, our specials. Yay! That's all we've got left is the specials. Special drills. Awesome. And then I'll try to zoom out so I can show you the whole canvas. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I just recently watched the movie Downsizing because it's going to be leaving Netflix soon. Well, later this month, at the end of the month. But yeah, I finally watched the movie Downsizing. Not a big fan with how they ended it. It was a cute movie, but yeah. It was okay, I guess. So many different things they could have done with it instead, but oh well. And then I watched the movie Lucy because I just love that movie. It's a really cool movie. Still binge watching Grey's Anatomy. I'm on season 10. I'm almost to season 11. Yeah. Oop. There. And now stars. Let me think. What else? What else? Oh, I've been watching these medical kidnappings live stream videos from Megan Fox, the news reporter. She's been doing live streams just about every day. Watching this one particular trial that ended earlier this year, but the video footage was finally released a few weeks ago. So, and it's so she's been going over this one, and thankfully the parents won and they got their son back. But it really opens your eyes as to just how bad the medical system is in the U.S. But it's not just the U.S. that this happens. But it happens way too much in the U.S. It happens in Canada too, but she's covering these cases. Certain hospitals, certain doctors are in the same cases, like these different cases. Like she covered the Maya Kowalski case a few years ago, where her mother, Beata Kowalski,
it's just that
Maya's mother and father took her to the hospital for an issue, medical issue, and then certain doctors are also they claim to be child abuse pediatricians. They see child abuse in cases where, like, they accuse parents of child abuse when a lot of the times it's medical issues. And but yeah, anyways, the Kowalski case was pretty bad. But yeah, she's doing the Carrie and Brady Timms medical one right now. And it ended up with a better end result than the Kowalski case. Because the Maya Kowalski case, they finally got their daughter back only after her mom, Beata, ended her own life. Then her father was allowed to take her back home. And then they sued the hospital, and they won a whole bunch of money, but the hospital never handed over the money. Instead, they took them back to court to appeal, and they won even more money, and the hospital is still refusing to pay and took it. Apparently they're on a second appeal or whatever. But anyways, here we go.
Tetris is also very stuffy.
Look at this. Isn't it so cute? Isn't it so cute? It's all finished. Yay! The section that's lit up, that's the size of my light board. Yeah.
After a while.
So this canvas is actually, the canvas is 58 by 58. The picture itself is 50 by 50. And that's exact measurements, because I did measure it. But isn't it so cute? Now I'm going to bring in the board, the table, the card table, and dry it off because it is a bit wet, and seal this. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!